I don't know if you'd like to speak about the subject from today. I'd like to spare it out if you didn't want to give any comment on it.
In the context of what you want to do, is it relevant? I mean,
it's not. I mean, it's going to be shown in 2 or 3 weeks, so it's like giving a comment from the day and it wouldn't be. Anyway.
Okay. Well, you go ahead with what you wanted to do.
Okay, we'll start with a normal interview, and probably I'm gonna get on the point. Last time I did an interview with Colin and John, and it was when you rehearsed everything for KA and Amnesiac. So musically, what happened afterwards?
Pretty much on the same tack, actually.
Yeah.
This whole process, this process of Kid A and Amnesiac has been going on now for nearly 3 years, from when we first started recording to these live dates now. So, in terms of anything new that's been going on musically, there are some new songs there, but I think we're just getting to the point now where we want to take some time away from it, have 6 months away or so, and then come back with fresh ideas and with a bit of vitality for it. Difference being though this time round, I think when we reached the end of OK Computer, as you could see from meeting people as easy, I think we were a bit jaded at that point. We don't feel that way about music this time, do we?
So there's a lot of rumours about Radiohead anyway, so what you're going to do in the future, it's confessed that you're going to do the something for the Olympic Games, for the Winter Games.
I might be wrong, it's being used to sort of, they're running some TV stuff and it's being used as it's kind of like the Olympic song for that thing, it's Olympic human spirit, and it's cool, but I might be wrong. We're not doing something special. It's on the record. It's on Amnesia,
which is quite strange because normally songs for Olympic Games are like Bonnie Tyler kind of stuff. But have you been asked and just said you can use the song, or
they asked us whether they could use the song. And whether
And furthermore, there's this Marvin Gaye story. I don't know if this is confessed as well, that you're going to do a cover of Marvin Gaye's song for an AIDS benefit album.
No, that's the first I've heard of that.
Okay.
That is a rumour.
Anyway, how did you like the concert today?
Not much to celebrate today, really. But I think, bearing in mind what's gone on today, it's a day which has made no sense, really. So I think you end up doing the things that make sense to you.
Yeah, kind of keep a routine.
Yeah.
And carry on, and maybe sometimes that I don't know. It's really. It's kind of with a lot of people doing that. It's kind of because obviously people are aware of what went on and it's on everybody's minds, but sometimes it can kind of help when you get a lot of people together and you play some songs and you feel better for a bit, and sometimes those things are good when you get people together. There was a lot of emotion tonight, and it was shared, so
Just to explain our viewers, because my voice is not going to be in the show. You should probably explain.
After all the events in America today, at the World Trade Center, Pentagon, I think us playing today, it wasn't meant as in no way was it a mark of disrespect to what's gone on today. But we felt we'd have achieved absolutely nothing if we'd.
Yeah, there's no point. It'd be terrible to cancel. That's we get on and we do it, and it's a good distraction, even if it's like it's a good. I don't really.
We'd have let down a lot of people
out
tonight.
there. Yeah.
So I think people seem to have got something out of that show. So you know, I think we generally felt numb today.
Yeah.
It's probably the feeling throughout the show, but
Yeah.
don't know. What can you say when it doesn't sound trite?
Yeah.
As Tom said on stage, what do you want to say about it? Couldn't fucking say nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, we're all, you know, everyone's. It's yeah, there's nothing there.
They probably get back to music because, well, I can't say something about it. It's horrible. I went to LA some months ago and we had a Stone Temple Pilots interview there, and Scott Whelan was telling us to turn out the camera because we were talking about your band, about Radiohead, and that was the time when Kid A was just, well, he had only listened to Kid A, and what he was missing was, he said it's a great band, I adore this band, but I can't understand why this band does songs when you move away the electronic stuff, the things they work out with sounds. I can't understand why there isn't a song left. Would you agree, or would you say there's no point?
Well, I mean, you said it when you said you'd only listen to the album once. I think if you know, anybody listening to the album once might come to that, you know, to that conclusion. But you know, upon a few more listens, there is form to it. There is sense. Okay, there might not be the classic verse, chorus, middle eight. Now, there is a form to it. Like there's, you know, it's just in other forms of music, and I think that's what we were, you know, dance music. A lot of dance music that's not verse, chorus. It's just that we were trying to do something different, and there are songs there. But they're not your 3.5 minute pop song or whatever, or they're not recognisable as what we've done before.
What I read in the past is that the idea of doing Radiohead doing songs is Tom coming with his acoustic guitar and playing them, and then you would start to create ideas which could be easier, which could be difficult. Do you think that it was different on Kid A and Amnesiac? The development of the songs.
Completely.
And how was it?
Well, you know, I mean, the way we did songs before were, Tom would come with an acoustic, you know, on the Benz and OK computer, and we'd play it up as a band and start arranging it and write parts. Then we go out on the road and usually tour those songs, then come back into the studio and play them live and record them. This is completely different. I mean, Tom didn't come in with an acoustic guitar for a lot of them, and we started building songs in the studio that we hadn't rehearsed, and so it's the, you know, the method was completely different, and that's why it sounds different. You know, if you have a lot of it's in the methodology, the setup. If you have a different setup, if you work in a different way than the music, you know, it will sound different. So yeah, I mean, we shared loads of our previous working practices and the way we, you know, it was shake the barrel up and, you know, see what happens. And that's hard, you know.
Just interesting now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's many actual bands talking about Can and talking about Neu and talking about this German kind of music, but I guess one of the few bands you really hear some influences on is you. Would you say that you went back to these bands and listened to the bands and that influenced them, that these bands influenced you, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's some tracks which are even kind of direct, not copies, but you know,
reference points.
It's very, very much reference points. And there's one of the B-sides called Cut Tooth, which
it's a Neu.
Yeah, it is.
So it's trying to be Neu.
There's a Neu groove going on there.
I think it's interesting that it was probably that Neu track that we was on Neu 2, and Neu 1, the first track on it, and also for Emma on Neu 2. But they were the tracks probably in that period. One of the very few tracks that we all agreed on that we were totally all into. you know, and it was really, you know, personally speaking, it was really important for me to hear that stuff, you know, like that track is because I wasn't into music, you know, and that's one of the few things that was really exciting. It still, you know, sounded fresh and exciting, and can we make music like that?